Hey guys, hope you're well. So this video is going to break down exactly how much I've spent on my recent Amazon FBA UK product. So this is going to be very UK specific. So for all you guys in the UK who are looking to get started in Amazon FBA, this may be of use to you. So if you've been following my channel, guys, some of you may know that this is my third product on the Amazon.co.uk marketplace. My previous two products failed. And finally, guys, this product looks promising. The first cost, guys, that I like to talk about is the time investment. I think a lot of people overlook this because Amazon is a very long-term business. It takes a long time to get things going. Manufacturing time, product research time, negotiation time. So my first point of contact with my supplier was on the 5th of June 2018, and that was when I first reached out to the supplier and sent him a message. I then paid the supplier on the 14th of June, which was 9 days later. Now, if you want to cut that time, it would be very easy to do so. Simply take them off Alibaba and put them onto Skype Messenger. Guys, they reply so much quicker on that. Alibaba, they can take like a few hours to get back to you. Skype is almost instant. And when you've got to factor in that they close on weekends, you've got to try and be as efficient with your time as possible. So I definitely suggest that you guys just take them off of Alibaba and message them on Skype. And as long as they send you the contract that you agree on Alibaba, you're fine. Okay guys, so after I paid the supplier, my products arrived in Amazon on the 9th of August, 2018. So that's a long time. That's just over 2 months, 55 days to be exact. Now, that is very unusual. Typically, guys, products take around a month to be produced and arrive in Amazon. So mine wasn't a usual case, and there were a few reasons for this that I've touched upon in a previous video. Essentially, guys, long story short, the supplier had to repackage all 300 units for me because of a mistake that I made. Now, if you want to know exactly how I made that mistake and how you guys can avoid that mistake, then make sure to go and watch that video at the end of this one. So yeah, that added on about a week, and from there on in, guys, I think the supplier was a little bit pissed off with me, and so he didn't, I wasn't high on the priority list to get my products out and to Amazon, but we're all good now, guys. So yeah, I've even got my cute little whiteboard that I'm just gonna add it to. 55 days is how long it took me to receive my products. It just so happens though, guys, the nature of my product takes quite a long time to produce. I recently contacted my supplier about a reorder, and they said it'd take 25 days just to produce. So it does take quite a while to produce. There are other products out there that can take a lot quicker to produce. I think my first ever product took me about 2 weeks manufacturing time. So it's a variable cost, guys. It's going to change depending on the product that you go for. Alright guys, so the next cost is the cost of a course, and this is quite a controversial cost. My course that I bought cost me £463.34. Now, as some of you may know, I bought an American course for $497. So you would think initially, right, that's a cheaper option to go for, but I was charged $99 in an international tax from Teachable. So it turned out to be £463 in total. So I'd suggest just going and buying a local UK course. The one that I recommend is in the description, because you're not going to save much money going abroad trying to buy an American course, because there will be an international tax. So yeah, that was the cost of my course in pounds. Okay guys, so the next cost is the cost to set up a company. In the UK, this just costs £12. It's very cheap to do. When I was first starting out, I was very intimidated by this, and I was really tempted to go and try and find a company or an online website to do this for me, and they would charge quite a lot of money to do that for you. But it's very easy to do, guys. Just go through Companies House, and it's very self-explanatory. It's not intimidating or anything to be scared of, which is exactly how I felt when I was first starting out. Okay guys, so the next cost that is absolutely essential, you cannot go without this, is the cost of product research software. So you're not going to find a product without having a product research software. There's two types that are currently popular in the world of Amazon, and that is Viral Launch and Jungle Scout. Now, I personally use Jungle Scout. That is a one-off payment of £75.36, and then you charge £23.30 for the web app. So this is the Chrome extension. This will go onto your Google Chrome, and you can click it and it's going to show you sales data and stuff like that. And then this allows you to go through a database of products that fit certain criteria that you can look for and add certain products to your product tracker. There's a lot of explaining to do, guys. You can search on YouTube how to use Jungle Scout and they'll show you how to use it. But essentially, guys, it's going to cost you £75 one-off and £23.30 per month from there on in. So that's an essential cost. Of course, if you find a product, you can then cancel the monthly subscription. That is what I will be doing soon, because like I said, I have found my product and I also actually know the next few products I'm going to try and go for. So yeah, guys, it's not going to be a cost that's going to last you forever. Don't be worried about that. So the next essential cost is an Amazon Pro seller account. So this is obviously the account that you need to have in order to sell on Amazon as an FBA seller. That is £30.52 per month. It's quite expensive, guys, but obviously when you're selling and making profit, that's just going to be another cost that you have to incur. You can't avoid that. So the next cost that I had to spend on my product was a logo cost. Now I bought this about a year ago, £4.66. You do not need to go expensive with the logo. You really do not need to spend a lot of money on this. Anything £5, that is good. Just go on fiverr.com and get a freelancer to design your logo for you, and it's very, very simple. No one really sees your logo, and your logo really doesn't matter. All you need for a logo is to private label your product, because that's what you're doing. You're sticking your logo on a product, you're making it yours. Obviously, if you were to grow on to be a bigger brand, a bigger business, you had more products maybe, and you were doing really successful, then maybe you could splash out a little bit more on a logo. But when you're just starting out, guys, keep this to an absolute minimum, because it really isn't important. The next cost is a cost of a barcode. Again, this is essential. You cannot avoid this, but again, it's really cheap to go on a website like Barcodes Mania and buy one from there, £4.79. Again, very cheap. The big cost, the one that you've probably all been waiting for, is how much does the products cost? Now, I'm just going to let you guys know this obviously does vary in price. I'm sure you've heard that before. Products differ in cost depending on the one you go for. Now, I bought 300 units of my product, and my product is kind of unusual. It doesn't fit in a shoebox and it's kind of heavy. I think it's around 400 grams to 300 grams, I can't remember exact. So it's on the heavy side, and it also doesn't fit in a little shoebox like this, which is what courses recommend. I take the view of, as long as it's profitable, then you can go for it, and it was profitable for me, so I went for it. But for 300 units, guys, it cost me £1,588.96. If you're wondering why it says business ethics upside down here, it was my sister's homework. But yeah, that's how much it cost me for 300 units. Now, a little bit about this. Initially, guys, it cost me £1,446.63, which would have been £4.82 per unit, which was a very decent price. But then they got back to me, like, I think it was like a week later or 2 weeks later, and they were like, we misquoted you for shipping, can we have $183 more? So that was around about, at the time, £142, which I was under no obligation to pay. I didn't have to pay that, but I did pay it in the end, and that is what took my cost of my product up a little bit to the £1,588.96. And I obviously mucked up my cost per unit. That went up then from £4.82 to £5.29. So it obviously then played a big factor in my cost per unit, and you know, it added an extra, let's say 47p on per unit. Now that is quite big, to be honest with you, in terms of Amazon, but I was just desperate to get them out. I just wanted my products there ASAP, and I was very keen for them. Just, you know, I just accepted it. I could pay it. I wouldn't have had to. And just a little side note here, I'm not too sure if they do try and make a little bit of money off of shipping, because my first ever product that I launched, they'd done the exact same thing. They came back to me, like, I think, you know, like a week or two later after we agreed on a price, saying, look, I'm terribly sorry, but we misquoted you on shipping, and if we can't have this extra little bit of money, then we're not profitable. You know, that is a pain in the ass, but I think it is a little dirty trick that they just use to get a little bit more money out of you. You know, I didn't have to agree it, but I did, and you know, I just accepted it for what it was. And you know, in the future we are going to be negotiating price down. I just looked at things long term. So guys, like I said, the cost of the product is very high in comparison to other people's products, and there's some reasons for that. It's heavier than normal, it's bigger than normal, But that was, all that price did include directly shipping to Amazon. It included air shipping, it included customs and VAT. So it was all in. That was exactly how much it cost. And in the future, because of the nature of the product, I may even try in the future to ship it by sea, just to test that out. And that will significantly reduce costs. I think there's a lot of room to negotiate price in the future. And you know, like I said at the beginning of the video, guys, the product is looking, it is looking good, to be honest with you guys. Right guys, so the final cost was photography. Squeezed it down there, if you can see it. So that was £135 for the photography. And that £15.59 at the bottom here is the price that it cost me to send my product, get a sample shipped to the supplier in the UK. So yeah, £135. It is that is a relatively high cost. You can definitely get cheaper, you can get more expensive. It's a variable cost. It all depends on how much you want to spend. If you want to find out the photographer that I did use, I'll leave my email address in the description, and if you want to find out the photographer that I did use, just email me. I don't want to put his email in the description just because, you know, I haven't asked him to. But yeah, I'll happily share him with you. They were decent photos. They were definitely decent photos. They were good enough, because I know some people that have taken their own photos, and there's the possibility that you can even use your supplier's photos if they're good enough. So it's very variable, guys. I just, you know, I can't do photography, and the supplier's photos were pretty shit. So I just had to spend some money on photography, and it was worth it. But photography definitely shouldn't be underestimated, in my opinion, because it's one of the things that, you know, as a shopper, when you're looking through Amazon, you do get attracted by the photos. That's one of the biggest things behind the actual offer itself. So don't sleep on photography, guys. It's a very important cost. But yeah, £135 is how much it cost me for photography. Okay guys, so another cost that I was going to include, but we don't have enough space on the whiteboard, so I'll just tell you, is PPC. Now PPC, pay-per-click, is the cost of advertising, and this subject is why I hate it when people say, oh, it's very easy for you to go and start Amazon with £1,000 or under £1,000, because it's just bullshit. It really is. It's what people say, in my opinion, to try and get you to buy their course. Right, you can theoretically buy a product, say 300 units, 200 units of a product for say £800 or £1,000. You can do that. But once they arrive in the Amazon warehouse, they're not going to be much good sat on page 20. You know, you're going to have a PPC budget. And this can be quite expensive, okay? I'm not going to bullshit you guys. It can be quite expensive. So far in actual PPC, I spent £347. However, you've got to minus then the product charges that I received from this. So the sales that I got from this, that took away some of the cost. And that was 200. So it ended up, I spent overall £242 and 67 pence on PPC so far. Now I had a big problem with my PPC, and it essentially, guys, I was paying for PPC and it wasn't very effective. Now I'm definitely going to make a video about that. I was going to make it tonight, but it's quite late. I'm definitely going to make a video about that soon, and it will help you guys out a lot if this problem has happened to you, because I've never seen anyone mention this on YouTube before. So make sure you do subscribe to see that video. It's going to be a very useful video for some of you. So guys, the grand total is £2,353.52. That doesn't include the PPC cost, because I haven't fully finished that yet. I will also update that when I finish spending PPC and add it to the cost. But for now, without PPC, that's how much it cost me. So that's about 2 months' wages for me. I get paid £1,400 per month in my internship. So it's a lot of money, guys. I was able to pay it from my savings, but I look at it as an investment. But yeah, guys, that's exactly how much it cost me to get my third product to Amazon, with all the other costs, logos, and all that sort of shit on top of it. So that's just to give you a rough idea of how much it cost me personally. Like I said, there's a lot of variables in there. Say, for example, the cost of a course, photography, logos, courses, days you have to wait. There's a lot of variables in there. There's just a few essentials like the Amazon Pro Seller account, setting up an LTD, product research software. So I've tried to distinguish them for you guys, but this video is just to give you a rough idea of how much I've spent on, I don't want to say it too early, but what looks like a successful product. So if you want to follow my journey, guys, yeah, make sure you do subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up if it has helped you, and drop a comment, guys. Let me know where you are in your Amazon FBA journey so far. I'd love to hear from you guys. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.